Namaskaram everybody. Asman Gurubhyo Namaha, Asman Parama Gurubhyo Namaha, Asman Sarva Gurubhyo Namaha, Shri Krishna Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Nrsimha Parabrahmane Namaha, Shri Lakshmi Hayavadana Parabrahmane Namaha, Sarvam Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Just give me a second. Okay. Uh, this is good enough. Okay. So we've been postponing so many times. We have not had a class for a long time. Can you hear me properly? I guess this is being recorded.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, just checking if it's on record. I think it's being recorded. Yes, I think so. Yeah. What we're going to do is shifting gears to Shankara Bhashya was difficult for me, and thinking from the Advaita point of view, thinking from Shankaracharya point of view, and to be sincere with his Bhashya, it made me think a lot, and I was stuck with what is the. I asked long time back one question: what is the object of meditation in the Shankaracharya's Dhyana Yoga? So whenever Shankaracharya mentions Dhyana Yoga, which is more like the subject of the 6th chapter and the end of the 5th chapter, what do you think is the object kept in mind for a seeker who is doing?
For the removal of the ignorance from our thoughts.
No. Object means don't take it as an objective. It's not the objective
Okay.
I'm asking about. I'm asking about a concrete object. When somebody needs to meditate, for example, in the Yoga Sutras, it says,
The self.
ah,
The self.
how is self kept in the. You know how self is not visible to our senses or the mind. How that can be kept as an object for a beginner? See,
Self is not an object, no?
well, that's a different question. Okay, that is a different question. But somebody who is starting meditation, dhyana yoga, in the Advaita tradition, how will that person start dhyana yoga? I'll just give you a small analogy, a small parallel. In the Yoga Sutras, it says different yathabhi mata dhyanatva. It says, right? You can keep any kind of object for meditation, maybe a lamp or a flame or something else. There are different kind of objects mentioned, and if you look at Buddhism, there are 40 different objects mentioned in Buddhism to start your meditation. But what does Advaita supports? Is my question. Has anybody thought about it? Don't worry if you have not thought about it. But just how does it go? Just some you know why now you know why I was so confused, and the Yoga Sutras say this, and I'm sure there are a number of Advaitis who have written Yoga Sutra bhashyas. Obviously, they would have come up with different answers. But what does Shankaracharya support? This was my question, and that's why it took me. I cancelled the class once just because I was confused. I said, look, I'm not going to say anything if I don't know what I'm talking about.
Is it the non-dual self, the object?
How can you keep the non-dual self as the object of meditation?
Okay,
Object
sir.
of meditation means duality, right? There is your see, if I say, for example, I'm going to meditate on this tree or on this lamp, there is a duality in the sense that I am different from the lamp, I am different from the tree, or even a photo or something, right? Or a archa murti. In Venkateshwara Archa Murti maybe, or some other Archa Murti maybe, some Nataraja Murti maybe. It doesn't matter. The
He
object.
says he
What
says
did he
it's
say?
Saguna Brahman with attributes at a lot of different places. He says the lower teaching for those who meditate, Brahman with attributes is said to be the object of meditations for those.
Okay. See, the thing is, it could be said in different parts of Gita, here and there, right? The thing is, we are going systematically. You remember what our goal and what our charter is. We agreed, all of us. We had sent a poll, and all of us agreed to the poll that we are going to do Bhagavad Gita sentence by sentence, each bhashya, and we are now at the fifth chapter and end of fifth chapter. We already finished fifth chapter, but I'm going to revisit the end of fifth chapter so that we will understand sixth chapter well based on Shankaracharya's views. In this context, what is the object of meditation? Was there a chance? Was there a chance earlier in the Bhagavad Gita, before the end of fifth chapter, did Krishna mention anything about an object of meditation? And if he has mentioned, why would he mention an object of meditation? And which object is that? Look at this. See, I am not going the traditional way. I'm taking my own time. I know many people will leave this class for sure, or they have already left, right? Why am I doing this? When I finish something, I want to know, and when I sleep and say, I have studied Shankar Bhasha, I understand it to some extent, but I will never understand it 100%. But getting more familiar with some ideas is very important. Don't you think you will feel good when you have this concept very clear?
Yes. Can I make a
Yes.
guess of this object of meditation?
Yeah.
Like Ramana Maharishi, I think, said, "Who am I?" is your object of meditation.
It's very tough. Then does it become a neti method where I don't know who I am? I'm trying to figure out, is it my mind? Oh, no, not my mind. Is it my witness consciousness or something? I don't even know what that is. How is it different from my I? See, the thing is, the search for Ramana Maharshi thing is a neti method. Okay, you vichara. They say call it as vichara. Well, does Shankaracharya agree with it? What does Shankara say? What does Shankaracharya say in no? Stick to the question. I gave you a context. Was there a chance for Krishna to mention an object of meditation earlier, before the current section? We are dealing with chapter 5, end of chapter 5, maybe 5.27 or something. Before 5.27, there are so many verses in the Gita. Was there a chance for Krishna to give, oh, look at this object of meditation, take this up? Did he say that? See,
I just kind of
Ah.
probably remember it is the Supreme or the Atman or the Brahman for Shankaracharya.
See,
Kind of Nirguna
how,
Brahman.
see, that's a good thought. It is for Shankaracharya, but give me a reference in the Bhagavad Gita where that comes up.
Swami, are you saying that up until now there was no conversation about dhyana so far, even for Shankaracharya? So it is being introduced, no?
I wouldn't agree. See, dhyana yoga is different from just dhyana, right? See, this is a difficult issue. Then the question comes up as, was there a chance for Krishna to talk about dhyana earlier? See,
Yeah, that's
now
what you are posing, right?
yes, and if so, there was a chance for Krishna to tell that, okay, here is the object of meditation, hold this into your mind and keep focusing on this object of meditation. He would have said that. Is there, can you refer to one?
Manmana bhava machitto bhava matyaji.
That comes in the 9th chapter, right? Manmana bhava madbhakta madhyaji mam namaskuru. That is the 9th, if I remember, end of 9th chapter. Navamodhyaya. Last verse of the 9th chapter, Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mame vaishvasi yuktva evam atmanam matparayanaha. That is 9th chapter. See, obviously our class is an advanced class, right? We need to analyze, understand some concepts very clearly. Hope you enjoy this kind of research.
That in the second chapter there is that Yukta Asit Matparaha.
Yes. Is there another section like that?
Probably in the fourth chapter, if I remember.
Not
one
four. It is fifth. In the fifth itself, there is another mention of Yukta Asita Matparaha.
sixth chapter, if I am correct.
Five, I think, right?
Six. I think it is in the sixth chapter.
Well, is it true? Or maybe you're right. I'm not sure. Let us find out. But your first guess is okay. Yukta Asita Matparaha was mentioned in the second chapter towards the final section, somewhere in the Sthita Prajna area, right? Agreed?
Yes.
So what did
One
Shankaracharya...
One more is there somewhere in the fourth chapter where Krishna tells...
No, let us take one step at a time. Let's go to chapter 2 now. See, we have finished, according to what we have finished 300 classes. Out of it, 215 or 210 something is Bhagavad-Gita. So we have finished second chapter Shankara Bhashya. If we have not mentioned, for some reason I forgot to talk about something in the Bhagavad-Gita. Bhagavad-Gita is like an ocean. Now I know. Remember, I told you Bhagavad-Gita is very difficult. Shankaracharya in his introduction says Bhagavad-Gita is so difficult. So many ordinary people are misunderstanding Bhagavad-Gita. Let me use my intellect, Viveka, and give you the right meaning of Bhagavad-Gita. That's what he says in the very beginning of the Shankara Bhashya. Now, go back and see. I'll tell you where it is. There is 2 point. तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्त आसीत मत्परः वशे हि यस्येन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता. 261. Now here, what does Shankaracharya say about the the object of meditation? Unfortunately, I don't even know if I made a slide for this. When you're thinking, I'm going to look at my slides. It's not here. It's somewhere I made a note. Anyone? Any thoughts? See how difficult it is now, right? Do you know? We thought we understood second chapter. Don't you think we thought about it like that? And we thought we understood second chapter of Shankaracharya. This is a very fundamental question, right? Do you agree this question is worth thinking about? First, let's decide on that.
Yes.
Okay. Shankaracharya says, it's very funny. I want to bring to you. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me show you Shankara Bhashya. I cannot show it in the slide, but I'm going to stop share. How do I do it? No. I can't do this. Hold on a second. I don't even know how to do stop share now. Oh, I haven't even shared anything. Am I sharing anything? No.
No, you're not shared. I wanted to tell that actually.
Oh, I can't hear you. Tell me.
No, you haven't
You
shared.
have not shared
Okay.
actually.
Okay, just 1 second. Let me make sure my internet is okay, because we don't want bad quality. Wi-Fi is connected. Okay, fine. I have not shared with you anything. Let me share you that portion of Shankara Bhashya. It is very intelligent here. That's why I'm quite surprised about it. This is okay. That's not the one. Shankara Bhashya. Shankara Bhashya. Second. I'll show you the Dvitiyodhyayaha 61. Okay, now I'll share my screen. I really like this Advaita Sharada website. Amazing work they have done.
That verse,
Just
Shruti, uh,
just a second. Okay, what is happening here? Okay, okay, we are 61, 61. Ooh, what happened? Hold on a second. I messed up a little bit. Hold on a second.
that verse, Shruti Vipratiparam, that one.
No, it is not Shruti. Oh, okay. Am I sharing anything? Can you see Tani Sarvani Samyam Yukta Sita Matparha here in my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
On my screen? Okay. Look at what he says. Shankaracharya Bhashya I am saying. Tani Sarvani Samyamya Samyamanam Vashikaranam Krutva Yuktaha Samahitaha San Asita Matparaha. Okay? Tani Sarvani Samyamya means Indriyas, mind and everything, controlling them. Vashikaranam Kritva, that is take control of all of them. Yuktaha Samahitaha San. Yuktaha means calm, controlled, peaceful. Samahitaha San. Asita Matparaha. Actually, Ramanuja Bhashya and other Bhashya says Asita Matparaha means keep Krishna in mind. I am the goal and the highest object you can think of. Mattah parataram mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Look at what Krishna says. There is nothing more beyond me. And with that context, Ramanujacharya says Matparaha means I am the object of meditation. But what Shankaracharya says here is Aham Vasudevaha, that is I exist everywhere, I am a Vibhu, I am all pervading entity. Sarva Pratyaggatma. I am the Pratyag Atma means I studied this a little bit, because what does Shankaracharya mean by says Pratyag Atma? Praticho Anchati is the Pratyak. It goes inside. What Paranchikani Vyatranat Swayambhuhu Tasmat Parang Pashyati Nantaratman. This is the statement from the Kathopanishad. Our senses are designed to look outside. Our skin perceives outside, not inside the skin. Our eyes perceives outside. Our mind is also outside bound, and mind cannot understand our own self. So our life is spent mostly in pursuing objects outside of us. If you praticham manchati or something is I wrote it down somewhere. I don't know if I really made notes of it somewhere. I will check again. But I did study this though. That's why I was thinking for a long time. It goes inside. That is, the flow is outside. But if you reverse the flow and go inside, that knowing inside is the pratyak. Our focus is going inside. Sarva pratyagatma paraha yasya samatparaha. So he says matparaha. He completely does not even think of Sri Krishna here. Matparaha means there is a vibhu chetana or consciousness which is all pervading, and that is Vasudeva. And this person is focusing on that Vasudeva. Because he is also Pratyagatma, that means I am the innermost consciousness to be known. Na anyoham tasmat. That means, how do you meditate? I am non-different from this all-pervading Atman. Iti asita. So even the object itself, in the very beginning itself, in the second chapter, the object is the all-pervading Brahman. How do you know an all-pervading Brahman when you cannot see it? Your indriyas cannot even understand it, perceive it. Evam asinasya yatehe vashehi yasya indriyane vartate abhyasa balat tasya prajna pratishtita. So this is very straightforward. If somebody is capable of controlling their mind and senses with a lot of effort, abhyasa, practice, abhyasa vairagyam tan nirodha, this is the Yoga Sutra. So you have to have two capabilities, two features, two requirements for this success. One is abhyasa, constant practice. The other is vairagya. That means no attachment to anything, no attachment whatsoever for anything other than Atma. So your focus is clear. If you get distracted, attracted to something else, gone. So but you need to understand, for Shankaracharya, it is not a conversational development of thoughts where the thoughts are developed from the first chapter to the 18th chapter, step by step. Second chapter itself is the summary of the entire Gita according to Shankaracharya and also Madhvacharya. Their interpretations are very different from each other. But right at the beginning, so this is the in fact a goal. It's not even an object of meditation, because this person somehow knows how to control the mind and senses properly and is in perfect control. So obviously he says all objects will go away anyway from the consciousness, and what remains is only one Atman, and there is no Ishvara also as the focus here, because that is the whole idea of Tattvamasi. So to summarize Tattvamasi for you, Tat is Ishvara, Tvam is Jiva, Asi means you are the same. How can a Jiva be Ishvara? Jiva is Alpajna, he knows little. Ashakta, where his capability he does not have any capability, strength, power, knowledge, nothing. And he lives a awkward life most of the time, suffering most of the time. And Ishvara is perfect, Sarvajna, Sarvashakta, he is all powerful, omniscient, and he is the guru of everybody. and he is not subject to any karma or any problems, nothing can stop him. Maya doesn't control him, he controls Maya. Ishvara is of that kind. How can a jiva be same as Ishvara? That is because
But
take
Jiva
things
is not same as Ishvara, right?
here, all of them are one. Let me tell you, let me clarify Tattvamasi. Tattvamasi is very straight, right? That is Ishvara and you are that Ishvara. That's what
That
is
is not, that is non-dual Brahman. That is not Ishvara, right?
wait, listen to me, listen to me. The way Shankaracharya or Advaitins understand here is the Tat is Ishvara, Tvam is Jiva, they are all same as non-dual Brahman. They are how do they understand it? What they do is, please listen a little bit, listen carefully. Tat is Ishvara. From the Sarvajna, take away all the characteristics or attributes. Take away Sarvajnatva, that is all knowing. Take away all pervading. Take away all attributes. Take away all most powerful, most energetic. Everything. Take and who cannot be stopped. Even take those characteristic and or attribute away from that. And Jiva, here, Tvam, Tat, Tvamasi. Tvam is Jiva. Oh, you are the, incapable, transient Jiva who loses the body after so many years. All take away all the negatives from this constrained individual sitting inside a body, mind, intellect complex, and take away all the support, the surroundings or the upadhis. Upadhis are adjuncts, right? Take away all these things. What remains is Atman. So Tattvamasi for Shankaracharya is both words are not understood in the primary sense. The Tat which is Ishvara, in the context of Chandogya Upanishad, that Tat is Ishvara and Tvam is Jiva. But they don't take that meaning out of it. They take what is inside that Ishvara, Atma or Vasudeva, and what is inside that Jiva, which is only Vasudeva, all pervading self only, is sitting there. Yourself, myself, everybody's self, the snake self, this bird self, everything is only one self. They are same. So what you think are differences are only the adjuncts are different. For example, if I say here is a tree and behind this branch I see the moon, and somebody goes from some other location, say he is in some other city, Mysore or something, that guy say, I see this mountain or a little hill, whatever small hill there in Mysore. Behind the hill peak, I see moon. So how the oneness is on the moon. The moon is the one thing. The both of them are. I am sitting in Bangalore. He is sitting in Mysore. He sees the moon behind a hill top. I see the moon behind a tree, a trunk, a tree, a branch. So both of us are referring to that moon only, but we are using different adjuncts, upadhis. So Jiva is also Upadhi Samvalita Brahman. Ishvara is also Upadhi Samvalita Brahman. That is, Ishvara is also Brahman associated with some Upadhi. That Upadhi is different. Jiva is also Brahman associated with some Upadhi. That is all this body, mind, intellect. So take away the Upadhis, what remains is one. That is the idea of Tattvamasi in the Bhagavad-Gita, in the Shastra, in whether it is Chandogya or Aham Atma Brahma or Aham Brahmasmi, Ayam Atma Brahma. You take any of these, so the so-called, what do you call them? Mahavakyas. They mean the same thing. And Mahavakya is a guiding line. In fact, if you ask me, the more and more I think about Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads, or Shankara Bhashya in general, they take Mahavakya as absolute and fit in anything which comes in this, Bhagavad Gita or Upanishad, something according to the Mahavakya. That is the strategy they use. They may not tell it outward, but that is the strategy they use. And that is why most of these, the whole of Bhagavad Gita is not a step-by-step development of thought for them. This is what I have found out after some research.
I have a sudden thought. Can I, because of all that you said just now, that we don't know Brahman when we start meditation. So everything is Brahman in reality. So we can have our personal deity as the object.
Personal deity as what?
As the object of our meditation. Because anything is Brahman. So
you can see, for them, object of meditation can be anything for the initial aspirant who is not very mature, immature aspirant. For them, any object can be taken as object of meditation. It could be a murti of Ganesha, murti of Krishna, murti of Rama, murti of Ishvara, murti of Nataraja, whoever, or murti of Durga. It doesn't matter for them.
According to Shankara.
Because that is also, and another thing is, he is a child. That means he is not a mature upasaka or aspirant at all. But in the Bhagavad Gita, that step is not explained at all. That step is, I'm not going to bother about this beginners. I'm talking about the mature, upasakas. And for them,
thank you.
For mature upasaka, there is no need for object of meditation. He says, wherever I see, I only see Brahman. And once my mind is controlled, that is why Tani Sarvani Samyamya Yukta Asita Matparaha. That means once every thought is controlled, the attraction, mental attractions or whatever, even the samskaras, the Purvajana samskaras are somehow mastered. They are all burnt up in a way. The person doesn't see anything. He realizes that he himself is Brahman. Nanyoham. I am Tasmat Nanyoham.
Question, Swami.
Uh-huh.
Swami, when you say Ishvara's the Ishvara, the Upadhi on Brahman as Ishvara and Upadhi as adding Upadhi on Brahman and calling that as Jiva, these two Upadhis are Avidya and Maya, is it?
Yes, in a way. They're all, you can talk, see, this will go into what is the individual avidya, what is the mula avidya, and all those things. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It is just avidya of some kind, maya of some kind, whether you're individualized or universalized. See, I will see. You're actually coming to a next point. Let us go sequentially in this in the slides, because who is Narayana? This question comes up, right? And that will take up later. Because we need to finish the Bhagavad Gita. We can't be thinking forever about second chapter.
Okay, no. There's another way of saying the same Tattvamasi as that Brahman is this Atman. Atman is not the individual self, but the Paramatma inside. Those are the two things being equated and not anything else. There is another interpretation of Advaita of this.
One of the Ramanujacharya interpretation is like that only. So,
this is one of the Advaita interpretation, not Ramanujacharya.
No. I am going to take only Shankara Bhashya here. I am not going to take 10,000 other Bhashyas of Advaita right now. I am only taking Shankara Bhashya only. In Shankara Bhashya, in the Chandogya, one second. In Shankara Bhashya, in the Chandogya Upanishad, Tattvamasi Shvetaketo, Ayam Atma Brahma Tattvamasi Shvetaketo, right? All this, everywhere, this is how they have understood. That is, you have to take out the Ishvara Upadhi from Ishvara. You have to take out the Jiva Upadhi from Jiva. And then what remains is Atman. That is the only way they have explained in the Chandogya Upanishad. Let us not confuse later author Swami Chinmayananda said this, Swami Paramatmananda said this, Swami somebody said this. Don't take them. Just take Shankara Bhashya original and how Tattvamasi was explained in that particular section. Of course, Anandagiri and other later authors, and they have different views. We don't have time for that at this point.
Verse number 2.53 also mentions the object as Brahman or
Where?
the self.
Really?
Shruti Viprati Panna. Yeah, I was going through Mahadev Shastri's book. So, Shruti Viprati Panna Te Yada Sthasyati Nischala.
Okay, let us see. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
I have brought that shloka. Moha kalila atyayadvarena labdha atma viveka prajnaha kada karma yogajam phalam paramartha yogam avapsyasyami iti chete tachruno. Okay. श्रुति विप्रतिपन्ना अनेक साध्य साधन संबंध प्रकाशन श्रुतिभिः श्रवणैः प्रवृत्ति निवृत्ति लक्षणैः विप्रतिपन्ना नाना प्रतिपन्ना विक्षिप्ता सती ते तव बुद्धिः यदि यस्मिन् काले स्थास्यति स्थिरीभूता भविष्यति निश्चला विक्षेप चलनवर्जिता सती समाधौ समाधीयते चित्तम् अस्मिन्निति समाधिः आत्मा तस्मिन् आत्मनि इत्येतत् अचला तत्रापि विकल्पवर्जिता इत्येतत् बुद्धिः अंतःकरणं तदा तस्मिन् काले योगम् अवाप्स्यसि विवेक प्रज्ञां समाधिं प्राप्स्यसि. So finally what he is saying here is, when all the confusions of hearing so many textbooks and that and this and confused in every way, once your mind calms down, you will come to the state of samadhi. In that, samadhi means only atma. He doesn't have samadhi, doesn't have anything else other than atma. Tasmin atmani ityetat. So you stay in the atman. So here it is not the object of meditation but the result of meditation. Achala tatrapi vikalpa varjita. Even there should be no distractions. Buddhi antahkaranam. So the thing is, what stays there? Your inner organ, that is buddhi. That is antahkaranam, inner organ. Tada tasmin kale yogam avapsyasi, viveka prajnam samadhim prapsyasi. Sometimes viveka prajna, he says. Samadhi is viveka prajna means it is discrimination. That what is atman, what is anatman, discrimination is obtained. So it's okay. Still, it is not the object of meditation. He comes with the, see one thing though, he will avoid the point of object of meditation pretty much everywhere. Okay? So that's what I wanted to mention. Okay, let me ask you, all of you, one question. You can ask question later. Was this point useful? Was it a review, a good review of Shankara Bhashya? Or you are not yet there yet?
It was good.
Yes, it was good.
Okay. For me, definitely, it was clarity. When I studied this, I was clearly clear, oh, he does not talk about an object of meditation at all. And okay, that's fine. Any question now before we go to the slides?
I have one question here. Then Krishna says to Arjuna to follow Karma Yoga because he is not still fit for this thing, Sankhya state.
Yes.
Then somewhere in the lecture, and also I have read that when an aspirant follows the Karma Yoga, at some point of time, based on the grace of God, he gets the knowledge that everything is Brahman, right?
That will all come we will study it as it comes.
No, my question is, if one has to do meditation of the Jiveshwara Aikya, like in this particular shloka, then what is the point of God's grace then?
That's a different question. We'll come to that. There is a question of God's grace. God's grace is not eliminated in the Shankara Bhashya at all. Ishvara anugraha deva pumsam advaita bhavana. We have discussed this so many times. Without the grace of Lord, you cannot get advaita bhavana or the knowledge of advaita or non-dual Brahman. Because samskaras will spoil your life. So Chitta Shuddhi, Ishvara Anugraha is required for Chittashruti. We have already gone through this. It comes later somewhere. No issue.
I have a request. About 15 years ago, when we started the session with Alvar Swami, you posted a piece on Tattvamasi, if you remember. If you can find it, can you repost it for us?
I have to find it. It will take some time. Let me see. I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
okay. Thank you. That was very good, and I've lost that piece.
Definitely, we'll try to find it, and I'm sure. Who wrote it? Do you know? Is
You
Alvar wrote it
posted
or
it.
so?
You
Okay.
posted that.
Oh, okay. I'll find that out. I'm not sure. Maybe it is. If I posted it, should be on my network, but it's Telegram channel, and if you look at files, so maybe it's available. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll do that. But it's
Okay.
15 years old. But
let me let me find that. Okay, no problem. Let's go back to our slides. Okay. Let me go back to Zoom and then oh, app is outdated. Oh, hold on a second. Hold on a second. It failed. It failed. Update. Just a second. My Zoom failed and it has to update. Interesting. Can you hear me?
yes.
Hello.
Yes.
Okay, we are on. We are on. Okay, let's go and then home. I don't know. Back to meeting. It's not going somewhere. I'm not able to. I'm not able to screen share. I don't understand. There's some problem I'm facing. I don't know how to deal with this problem. You're able to hear, right?
Yes.
Hello. Yeah, I'm not able to share now. I cannot share anymore because there is some update problem. I think I changed something in my computer, and that's what the Zoom became a problem. Uh, what do we do now? Is the question. We can do one thing. Um, I will send you another link immediately. I'll stop this, and maybe send you another link. Can you get on to the link right away?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
because I have to stop this. If I only when I stop this, I can update it and change my computer a little bit, and then I can send you a new link, and I will make it as lecture 214. I don't know how. Yeah, that may be better because I want to store this lecture as 213, and 214 would be the new lecture. We'll get back. Okay, let me stop this whole thing. Here it is. See, I'm able to. Oh, wait a minute. No, don't worry. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, let me do one thing. I know what happened. I can get out of this myself. I think the problem is on my particular Zoom. Um, Zoom quit. Wait a minute. One second. I can get out of my Zoom client, I think.
Isn't there a stop share and then a reshare? It should be there, right?
See, cancel. See, I think suppose I say my screen, stop share. See, the thing is, no, I don't think I can. There is no stop share here. See, okay, let me okay, let me share this now. I think we're okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, we're okay. Hope nothing happened. We're okay. I can share it now. Can you see my screen?
Able to see.
Yes,
Huh?
yes.
Okay, let's go further. Sorry for the confusion. I got confused more than anything else. Slideshow and play from the start. Okay, yes. Okay. Atita, you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay. Atita Anand, this is the 6th chapter beginning, right? Atita Anantara Adhyayante Dhyana Yogasya Samyak Darshanam Prati Antarangasya Sutrabhutaha Shlokaha Sparshan Kritva Bahir Bahkyan Ityadayaha Upadishtaha Tesham Vritistaniyaha Ayam Shashtodhyayaha Arabhyate. What Shankaracharya is saying is, in the beginning of the 6th chapter, which is Dhyana Yoga chapter, Shankaracharya says in the previous chapter, at the end of the 5th chapter, Dhyana Yoga was said to be the immediate interior means for Samyak Darshana. Samyak Darshana means the right realization. So Dhyana Yoga is the internal means to get the right realization or Samyak Darshana. And this was taught in the end of 5th chapter. Now in the 6th chapter, it is a detailed exposition of those verses. What does it mean? Sparshan Kritva Bahir Bahkyan. What does it mean? Those sutra form, that is a very, in short it was said what meditation or what dhyana is about. The 6th chapter is about a total explanation of that, a detailed explanation of that. That's what is said here. Okay. Now, what is Samyak Darshana? It is not just an intellectual viewpoint, but it is immediate realization of the absolute reality. It involves what? Distinction, viveka, seeing the self, Atman, as distinct from body, senses and mind. And akartritva or non-agency, realizing I don't do anything. Naiva kinchit karomi. Even while the body engages in activity, I am not doing anything. That nature, that knowledge should be very well realized in Samyak Darshana. Oneness, I see only one thing, oneself in all beings, Sarvatma Bhava. That is what is Samyak Darshana. Now we go back to 5.27 Shankara Bhashya as a review, right? We need to review what Shankaracharya said there. Sparshan Kritva Bahir Bahkyan Chakshushtay Vantare Bruvoho Prana Pano Samo Kritva Nasa Abhyantaracharino. That is Samyak Darshana Nishtanam, the Shankara Bhashya here. Samyak Darshana Nishtanam Sanyasinam Sadhya Mukti Uktam. Once you get this Samyak Darshana, the right realization, the Mukti is immediate. There is nothing stopping you from getting moksha. Maybe some prarabdha karma, the body will go away and you don't even feel the body at that time because you are already realized. Your moksha is already there. Karma yogascha ishvararpita sarva bhavena ishvare brahmani adaya kriyamanaha. So karma yoga, what does karma yoga involve? Ishvararpita sarva bhavena. That is dedicating everything to Ishvara. Every aspect, agency, fruits, activity, everything is dedicated to Ishvara. Brahmani adaya kriyamanaha. And it is done in that fashion. What does it achieve? Sattva Shuddhi, purity, Chitta Shuddhi, Jnana. It gives you Jnana Prapti, it gives you Jnana. Sarva Karma Sannyasa Kramena. And you will give up all the activities. All activities will go away. Kramena Mokshaya iti, that step by step it will give you moksha. Iti Bhagavan Pade Pade Abrabhiti Vakshati cha. He has told this before and he is going to say it again here. So I just made text also so that you can read it also. And I'm just reading. Immediate liberation has been declared for renunciates established in Samyak Darshana right vision. The Lord has repeatedly stated and will state again that the Karma Yoga performed by offering all to Brahman leads to liberation through the sequence of mental purification, attainment of knowledge, and total renunciation of karma. Now, intending to explain Dhyana Yoga, the internal means to Samyak Darshana in detail, later he taught this following verses to serve as its aphorisms. Just I restated it and just read it. I don't even have to do it. Probably you understand it. Now I'm going further with what does Anandagiri Tika say here? Because there are some secrets in the Shankara Bhashya which are probably captured by the later Acharyas like Anandagiri. I'm not trying to understand what this is. Okay. Having restated the previous context, Shankara now explained the purport of the next three verses which serve as the aphorisms for the Samyak Darshana. So now what does this now the Atha implies after describing Karma Yoga as its fruit. So Karma Yoga was already described before 5.27. Now the 5.27 verse says Parshan Shabdadin Kurtva Bahi Bahkyan, shutting out all external contexts. That is sounds and sense objects, just leave them. Ignore. By not thinking about them. Srotradi dvarena antam buddho praveshitaha shabdadeha. So these external experiences have entered your mind and they have entered into your intellect. You have to ignore them. You have to take your mind away from that. Tan achintayataha. Without thinking about them, then these objects stay away. Shabdadeha bahyaha bahireva kritaha bhavanti. So thing is that all the objects of senses will go away outside because you are not thinking about them. Tani evam bahihi kritva chakshushchaiva antare bhruvoh kritva iti anushajyate. Chakshushchaiva antare bhruvoh kritva iti anushajyate. These external objects are kept truly outside, having thus shutting them out, fixing the eye between the brows. Chakshushchaiva antare bhruvoh means fixing your eyes between the brows. Well, how can you fix your eyes between the brows? I always had a problem with this. Okay? It's actually not like that. It is very interesting because this is, people say, I have to think about the center here, right here in the center. Many, many yoga teachers and other things, okay, keep your, focus on the center of your brows. They say. They are right in a way, but there's some way, in a way, awkward in a way, right? They haven't explained it properly according to me. What it is what I found out in my own tests. I've conducted some tests, right? When your mind focuses and goes away from sense objects, automatically your view or the vision comes in the center. That means your eyes sort of go towards your center, and automatically you cannot think of anything else, and it focuses right here. So you don't have to do it. It happens when you really have succeeded in shutting off all the thoughts away from your mind. This is something I found out. I may be wrong. It's just my thoughts. It's my special information after some testing. Now, tatha pranapano nasabhyantara charino samo kritva. As everybody knows, pranapana, equal exhaling and equal inhaling. That's very important because that helps you focus your mind. Yatendriya manobuddhi etani samyatani indriyani manah buddhischa yasya saha yatendriya manobuddhi mananatmunihi sannyasi mokshaparayanaha evam deha sansthanat mokshaparayanaha moksha eva paramayanam paragatihi yasya saha ayam mokshaparayanaha muni bhavet. So once he controls your mind, the person is only interested in moksha, away from this bodily bondage. Vigata ichha vaya krodha I'm talking about the Anandagiri Bhashya here. Vigata ichha vaya krodha ichha cha vayam cha krodasya ichha vaya krodha hate vigataha yasmaha saha vigate ichha vaya krodaham. That is free from desire, fear and anger. And if that really has happened, he is this person here. He who always conducts himself in this manner is a sannyasi. So sannyasi should have no fear or desire or anger. And he is verily free. Muktayeva saha. He is already freed. He has liberation already there. For him there is nothing, no duty to be performed for the sake of liberation. Tasya mokshaya anyaha kartavyo asti. Na tasya mokshaya anyaha kartavyo asti. He doesn't have to do anything to get moksha. Evam samahita chittena kim vijnayam iti uchyate. Oh, this is where I got confused. That's why I went into Anandagiri Bhashya, because I could not find the answer in the Bhagavad-Gita, Shankara Bhashya. What was my confusion? Well, if you keep your mind calm and without any thoughts and objects about related to outside you, kim vijnayam, that means what needs to be known beyond it. Everything has been done, right? For him there is no other duty to be performed. But why is this samahita chittena kim vijnayam iti uchite? Here, I think here it is Shankara Bhashya. What should I know after keeping my mind calm? Why should I even know anything? Because I'm already muktayeva saha, I've attained moksha. Why would I want to know anything else? So these questions came. But in the Bhagavad Gita, see, he goes a little bit deeper in the shutting out objects. Let us go through this because Anandagiri Tika is very descriptive. I think it's very beautiful. It's very nice. Well written. See, he explains a little bit more about what focus is, right? Since objects are already physically external, shutting them out implies abandoning or giving up mental attachment, Vishaya Pravanyam, rather than physical removal. You don't really physically remove objects from your mind. You don't think of them, right? We already gone through this. To prevent distraction, Vikshepa, don't get distracted, fix the eyes between the brows. So this may be also a practice where I don't want to see anywhere. Okay, I'm going to focus somewhere in between. Okay, that's also a possibility. But what I have found is the reverse. When my mind is extremely calm, automatically my gaze and everything goes in between my eyebrows. So my experience is different here. Equalize prana and apana within the nostrils, avoiding disparity in duration or volume. Amount of air you breathe in, amount of air you breathe out, they should be equal, and the length of breathing, inhaling and exhaling should be equal, and you have to suspend for some time in the kumbhaka retention, that is inside your body, right? So he's going a little deeper. So the goal is, having controlled the senses and breath, one must be intent solely on the moksha, mananashira, contemplate and say, look, how do I get out of this mess? And even that thought is not directly there. The enlightened state for sannyasi established in the supreme knowledge, jnana atishaya nishta, permanently devoid of desire, fear and anger. So liberation is effortless, anayasa siddhatvat, thus no duties remain. So there is nothing needs to be done, because that will, once these three are won over, desire, fear and anger, automatically the person gets liberated. Structure. The first half details the discipline, yatendriya, while the second half describes the liberated state, vigata. He just says that. It's nothing. 1 second. Okay. So it's a little bit problematic here. 1 second. Now we come back to Anandagiri Bhashya here after looking at Shankara Bhashya. Evam samahita chittena kim vijnayam iti uchyate. What should be known by one whose mind is thus concentrated? It is this is a Shankara Bhashya sentence. For that, Anandagiri goes deeper, raising the doubt that since the qualified person described above has no duty to perform, there is nothing left for him to know. No, there is something he has to know. So there is a refutation here. What is the refutation? Krishna himself says, Bhoktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheshwaram suhridam sarvabhutanam yatva mam shantim vricchati. Here, Krishna says, know me, who is the recipient of all the yajnas and tapas and the Lord of all the worlds, and I am the friend of everyone. Knowing me, you will get peace. That person will get peace. Oh, is this the object of meditation then? Ishvara, Krishna, is the object of meditation, don't you think? That's what I thought. But that is not the way Advaita understands this. It's very interesting because object of meditation for the Ramanuja followers, even in the Tarvani Samyam Yukta Asita Matparaha, is also only Sri Krishna there. And even here, it is Krishna only. So for Ramanuja Bhashya, it is very different. But for Shankara Bhashya, what does this, is this the object of meditation? Let us see this properly. Okay, let us try to go through. I will finish after, because we have passed 1 hour, I will finish after this a particular section where I can let you ask questions, and then we'll go for the next section for tomorrow same time. Bhoktaram yajna tapasam yajnanam tapasam cha kartrupena devata rupena cha sarvaloka maheshwaram. This is interesting to understand. The enjoyer of sacrifices and austerities as the agent. That means Ishvara is also the agent. Ishvara is the receiver also. So kartru rupena, even whom you think that you are the doer, you are not the doer. Where is it said like this? This is a famous statement. All the Advaita Smarta Sampradaya people always use this verse. Does anybody remember this verse, which is used in many places, and which says that the enjoyer of sacrifices and austerities as an agent and the receiver is the one Brahman? What is that verse? Do you remember? It's a Gita verse. Guess? No guess? Okay. Brahmarpanam brahmahavihi brahmagno brahmanahutam brahmaivatena gantavyam brahma karma samadhina. This verse is almost like a shloka for the Advaitins. In many, even in the marriage or some kind of thread ceremony or something, upanayana, they may say this: Brahmarpanam Brahmahavi Brahmagno Brahmanahutam Brahmaivatena Gantavyam Brahma Karma Samadhina. Of course, we have discussed this shloka earlier, just mentioned to you. So the great Lord of the worlds, that is Lokamaheshwaram. I am the Supreme Lord of the Supreme Lord, that is Krishna says. The friend of all beings. So one who does good to all living beings without expecting any result or benefit. He is taking care of every one of us. Right now he is beating our hearts. He is making sure our body is okay, our minds are working. So he is a friend of everybody. Sarva Bhutanam Hridayeshayam. He is sitting in the heart of everyone. The indweller, Narayana. Sarva Karma Paladhyaksham. That is, he is the receiver of all the activities, the fruits and offerings. Sarva Pratyaya Sakshinam. So he is the witness of all thoughts, all experiences. Mam Narayanam. This is This is Shankara Bhashya here. This is Yes Bhashya. Look at this. So I'm just mixing Shankara Bhashya and Anandagiritika here and there. Please refer properly. In the advaitasharada.net, everything is beautifully laid out. Right? Sarva pratyaya sakshinam mam narayanam jnatva shantim samsara uparatim ruchyati prapnoti. Knowing me, Narayana, right? This Narayana is sitting in every heart, who dwells in the hearts of the beings, who presides over the fruits, all fruits of actions, and who is the witness of all thoughts. He attains peace by knowing this Narayana, knowing me. That's what Krishna says. Meaning, sarva samsara uparatim. Sarva samsara uparati means all the universe, the everything in this universe will die down, will there will be cessation of samsara. It will stop. The samsara will stop. The worldly existence no longer is there. That is the peace. What Shankaracharya says, and it is the end of Shankara Bhashya. So far, you understand everything? Are you getting the point?
Yes.
So, Mam Narayanam Jnatva, right? This is fine. Okay, now, here, now I have put here, I didn't know what Narayana meant. I'm sure we covered this, right? Long time back. I wanted this is the Anandagiri Bhashya. Okay, 7:45. What do we do? We want to finish this or no?
Sure. Yeah. Let's
We
go.
can finish this.
Okay, we'll finish this. This slide will finish it quickly. It's not very difficult. Prasiddham bhuktaram vyavachinati sarvaloketi. Prasiddham because bhuktaram yajna tapasam means when you do offering to yajna, the prasiddha bhuktaras are Indra. We say Indraya swaha, Indraya idannamama, Agniye swaha, Agniye idannamama, Surjaya swaha, Surjaya idannamama. So we are offering to Surya, Indra, Agni and these devatas according to the mantras, right? But that is not the real recipient of this. The recipient is Brahman only, Krishna. Tato hyasya Narayana here. Tato hyasyan bandha viparyayo iti nyayena sarvapala dhatrutam darshetis. Even the giver of the fruits, the giver of the fruits is not the Indra or the Surya or whoever. It is Narayana only. Because that is said in the Brahma Sutra, Tato hyasya bandha viparyayo. That means that one Lord, Brahman, is giving both bondage and release from bondage. He is the cause of the bondage. He is the cause of release from the bondage. Ukta Ishvara Jnane Phalam Katayati Jnatveti. Jnatva means, okay, knowing this Brahman, knowing Narayana, you will get the fruits. Yajneshu tapasucha dvidha bhoktatvam yanakti. Karta rupenati. So in yajna and tapas, there is a doer and also enjoyer of that. That is somebody doing sacrifices, yajnas and all offerings. So it is going to someone. And the doer is also that same Brahman. Hiranyagarbhadi vyavachedhartam vishinashti mahantam iti. Bhokta is not karta and everything is not the Hiranyagarbha or some other deity. Mahantam means that is the original person, the creator of the Hiranyagarbha also. Swaparikara upakarinam rajanam yavartayati. So the thing is, pratyupakara, so without expecting any fruits, this Brahman gives. But it is not like a king. Somebody, the retinue of the king will help out the king. They will be serving them, the servants of the king. But servants are expecting that the king would pay them good money and take care of their families. So they are expecting something in return and they will do all the services to the king. That's not like this. Ishvara is there everywhere. No, he is expecting nothing from anyone. But he makes the sun move, the plants grow, food, he takes care of the body, everything. Tatra vyavasthita karma tatpala samsargitvam isyate ityashankya aha sarvakarmeti. So the thing is, it is not this particular work, that fruit, this fruit. Everything, sarvakarmeti. Nacha tasya buddhi tad vritti sambandhopi vastutosti ityaha sarva pratyaya. Oh, but the Ishvara is unconnected to anybody, is untouched by everything. Sarva pratyaya sakshinam. That means he is the witness of all these activities and thoughts. Yethokta Ishvara parijnana phalam abhidadati mam narayanamiti tadevam. So knowing me of this kind of capability, tadevam karma yogasya amukhya sanyasapekshaya prashyattatvepi. Oh, this is karma yoga and it is not the main sannyasa. because you're still acting, you're still doing work and yajnas and the Vaidika karmas and all. It's not the greatest, but still it is very powerful. Tato mukhya sannyasasya adhikyat. But the real relinquishing and monkhood and sannyasa is giving up all actions. Tadvato buddhi shuddhyadi yuktasya kama krodhat bhavam vegam yahaiva sodum shaktasya. So that person who doesn't have to do anything, who is superior than the karma yogi, whose mind and intellect are pure, and there is nothing called desire or anger in this person. There is no force, because desires force this person to do something. Anger will force this person to do something, but there is no force. Ihaiva sodum shaktasya. This person has controlled everything. Shamadamadi mataha. He has mind control, indriya control and everything. Yogadi kritasya. Tvam padartha abhignasya. Yogadi kritasya means he is well established in the yoga, in focus or meditation. In meditation. Tvam padartha abhignasya. That is tat tvamasi. In the tvam is jiva. And he knows what jiva is. What is it? Paramatma it is. The Paramatma itself is jiva there. Pratyatvena janataha. What is pratyatvena janataha? Very important. Pratyatva means it is going inside. He is realizing that he is this indwelling Atman. Pratyatva is I. I am this. Aham Atma Brahma. I am Atma Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. He is saying that I am this. The Pratyatva is very important. He is knowing Brahman as himself. Because, see, in this world, because of Maya, we have this division. Brahman is one pure ball of one complete peace, all pervading one consciousness. All pervading one consciousness. And that is broken into two, the drik and drishya. Drik means what? The objects which we see. And there is a witness and seer. So this basic dichotomy is already there because of this Maya. But this guy has gone beyond Maya. So there is no drik or drishya. Even Ishvara is a drishya. That is something different, right? Oh, Krishna is different. Oh, I'm going to the temple. He's different. But this drik drishya separation has gone for this guy. He said, I am the only person. Aham evedagam sarvam. Look at that. Brahman, KSV Swami used to say the highest level of realization is Aham evedagam sarvam. I am everything. All this is myself. I am. So this has already set in this mature person. Muktihi iti siddham. For him, moksha is all, already written, given. So this is the Advaita. So look at how Anandagiri assumes later verses of the Gita and the later Bhashya of Shankara and brings those back here and applies it, says like everything is cooking, man. What is supposed to be said in the 18th chapter is already sprinkled out here. Some things are here. So Tattvamasi is the essence of the Gita according to Advaita. Tat is the Ishvara, and so this is not the object of knowledge. Bhuktaram yajna tapasam sarvalokum. Even me or the Ishvara and this Jiva, he knows that they are all one and the same. In what way? We already described that earlier. So we are already going quite, end of 8 o'clock, almost close to 8 o'clock now. Why don't we do one thing? Stop here and I'll let you ask a few questions. We will review this because he has explained. Anandagiri goes into what is Narayana. What does this Narayana mean? You know what I did? Narayana paro vyaktat andam avyakta sambhavam andasyantastvame lokaha saptadvipa cha medini. This is the first sentence of Shankara Bhashya in the Bhagavad-Gita. And in that he starts with the word Narayana. and who is this Narayana, and that's what we will take up next time tomorrow early morning 6:30 a.m. Okay, or roughly around the same time. Now I stop share. Zoom. Oops. I don't know. Bhagavad-Gita. 1 second. Zoom. Okay, I know why. Stop share. Good. We're back now. Let me know if you have any questions. Was this class useful, and was this good enough for us to start remembering what Advaita is and how these acharyas talk about it?
Yes, it was really refreshing because you had asked the same question earlier as well,
Yes.
and these concepts do not stay in the mind for a long time, so it's easier to refresh again and again.
Yeah. That happens to me all the time. And see, sorry to bring this up. I call myself Gajini. And there's this Amir Khan movie where he forgets everything every 10 minutes and he has to write it down. I forget everything. That is why I have to prepare so much. I'm not like the other people who are very comfortable. They don't need much preparation. They remember a lot of things. I don't remember.
So
I just want to ask you. Okay, I'll say ask her.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. So it seems like after giving up all actions and knowing that the tat and the tvam are the same, even that state, according to Shankaracharya, is not the final state. He is still, even after that, he's still acting. But
Because of the prarabdha, right?
yeah, but although he knows that they are the same, everything is one, he's still acting, but he gives up
No.
all actions, results of.
He acting is only for the observer, like you and me outside that person, right? Actually, he is not acting. But
No.
we
But
we
that's a
we
different
think that
state,
he is
no,
acting.
Swami.
Huh?
That's a different state, right? Right now, at this point of time, when he has not achieved that identity, right?
Then he is in the karma yoga stage. That is bhoktaram yajna tapasam, means he is doing the karma, yajna, yagadi, and everything. And maybe see, okay, very good question here. Let me tell you one thing. One very important point here. According to the moment he says भ्रुवोर्मध्ये प्राणमावेश्य सम्यक् सर्वद्वाराणि संयम्य whatever that oh my god, I'm forgetting the shloka. The 527 is very important shloka. We have to remember it all the time. That is the sutra 4 5 okay 5 and okay. स्पर्शान् कृत्वा बहिर्बाह्यान् चक्षुश्चैवान्तरे भ्रुवोः प्राणापानो समो कृत्वा नासाभ्यान्तरचारिणो यतेन्द्रियमनो बुद्धिर्मुहुर्मोक्षपरायणः विगतेच्छाभयक्रोधो यः सदा मुक्त एव सः. These two do not refer to Karmayogi for Shankaracharya. These two refer to he is already getting in deep into dhyana. He has become almost like established in dhyana. This is like a goal here. So he is no more Karmayogi.
Yeah, but
Karmayogi
even
guy cannot do this. Because, see, one important thing. Karmayogi has to give up all the sannyas, grihastha ashrama, and then only start dhyana. According to Bhagavad-Gita, according to Shankaracharya. This is a very secret. It will come out in the next few lessons, few lectures.
and that is what Anandagiri Tika, he is saying that even this person who is like this, he knows the meaning of the Tvam Padartha, right?
True,
So he
true.
knows that the Jiva is Paramatma. So he knows that the Paramatma, or he knows oneness, that everything is one
See,
ultimately, but he's still not Jnani, right?
See, the funny thing is, Shankaracharya does not say that he knows everything. Shankaracharya is Jnatva Mam Shanti Brachati. Knowing Narayana, me, he will get peace. That's all he says in Shankara Bhashya. But Anandagiri Bhashya takes finally what Shankaracharya is saying is only this, but he is not saying it outwardly, but what he means is this.
Are they
Does it-
claiming this to be the ultimate state though?
See, it doesn't matter what is ultimate or not. As long as the body is there, it's not perfectly ultimate, but they believe it is perfectly ultimate. That's all.
You started with a question: what was the object of Sankara's meditation?
Yes.
And in a word, what could that word be?
Here, Shankaracharya does not explicitly state the object of meditation. You keep whatever you want. But
That's
when
what.
the
Okay.
the goal will be that there is no meditation after that point. You already know that there is only one Brahman, and there is no need at that particular highest level. All other thoughts are dissolved. The world is dissolved. The universe is dissolved, and only one thing exists. That's what it is, and that is Samadhi for Shankaracharya, and that is Atman only. Samadhi is same as Atman.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
So,
That was it.
okay.
Got it.
Any other question?
But in 5.29, Shankara explicitly states Narayana, right? At this
True.
particular stage. At this
Yes, true.
stage, it is Narayana.
Yes, true. And in fact, we will explain what Shankara means by word Narayana, because that is the first term he talks about in the entire Bhagavad-Gita Bhashya. So we will, in tomorrow morning, in tomorrow's class, we will check it. We'll go into
He
depth.
says it's Vishnu in the introduction itself, Swami, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We'll take it up tomorrow in detail. Don't worry. Okay, then let's stop here. It's 8 o'clock. I also need to move somewhere, go somewhere. So tomorrow morning we'll start around the same time, and I'll complete what I thought about it. Think about this. Honestly, if I had not sat down and prepared for 10 days, I'm sure I have family issues and so many other distractions and other commitments, right? I have not done any work on my Yoga Sutra work for the last 15 days or even more. So I really focused on this because I thought, but I have very little time to prepare also, right? But without this preparation, I was not comfortable to talk about this. Anyway,
Thank you.
अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मत्परमगुरुभ्यो नमः अस्मत्सर्वगुरुभ्यो नमः श्रीकृष्णपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्री लक्ष्मी नृसिंहपरब्रह्मणे नमः श्री लक्ष्मी हायवदनपरब्रह्मणे नमः सर्वं श्रीकृष्णार्पणमस्तु.
Namaskar.